welcome everyone to this podcast. My name is Judith Amaral and I'll be your host for today. We are at the GOF, the Grote Opdracht Festival, which is we started Friday the 26th and ends today, sadly. It talks the theme of the program is involvement and connection in the mission, and they talk about building churches, about revitalization of churches, and starting a church. And so today we have a guest speaker who gave a workshop for one of those themes that we had, and his name is, and he's going to present himself.
So my name is Dan Serb.
Dan Serb, yes, indeed. And Dan Serb, you've been recently appointed to as new principal of
Newbold College in England. Yes.
And how did that go for you?
So as you said, I started with Newbold in September last year in 2024 as vice principal. And from June this year, I've continued my work as principal now.
Yes.
It's been exciting so far, and we have a lot of plans and ideas, and looking forward to building on what's happened previously. It's exciting.
Yes, and you have a vision for
Yes, we do, and the idea is to enlarge the scope of training and education. So we're an institution of higher education.
Yes.
And right now we are just we have the theological and pastoral studies department. Before COVID, we had other departments, so we're trying to rebuild now and bring other programs, non-theological programs. But then we're also looking at an online platform for short courses, and we're very excited about that.
Yes.
We've started on phase one, which is masterclass-like short courses, and then we're going to go into continuous professional development, which will be accredited short courses in any areas, from church work to personal finances to wellness and well-being. So we're excited.
Yes, and you, what I read is that you also want to have those short courses combined with e-learning.
Yes, that's the online platform, the e-learning.
Yes. And looking at what you want to achieve, it seems that you want to take what the people need and then create education for that.
Yes.
Where does that come from?
So the whole idea, when after COVID, Newbold went through a process of reorientation, and it was redefined. The Department of Theology was renamed the Center for Ministry and Mission.
Yes.
Now it's still a department, the theological department. So we want to enlarge the scope of this idea of ministry and mission, and provide training and education in ministry and mission to the whole church. So not everybody can go to university and study theology. Not everybody wants to be a pastor, to become a pastor. But there are so many other ways that we can get training to minister and be missionaries where we are and where we are at, and or maybe even take these skills and use them, somewhere else.
Yes.
So that's what I'm saying. I mean, you can be a minister of the gospel as an accountant. You can be a minister of the gospel as any profession.
So you use where you are to reach.
Exactly. But then there are certain skills that are needed, and we have a new motto at Newbold, and you are going to hear a lot about it.
All right.
And it will be #ThinkNewbold. Think Newbold.
Okay.
And the whole idea is whenever there is a need for training or, just finding more information, or for people to think, let me see what Newbold has to offer. Yes. And we want to stay very, very close to the churches, not just in Great Britain, across the division and across Europe.
Yes.
And identify what the needs are and try to address those needs.
Do you want to be the center where they can come and find the knowledge? Is that what you want to create?
Yes, I mean, I don't mean to be, not exclusively. Everybody, any other educational institution, I'm convinced will seek the same thing. But as far as we're concerned, yes, we want to be that place where people can easily find, let's say, training for elders. If new elders are elected in a church, and maybe the pastor doesn't have the time to do the training, to just refer it. Or if you identify as an administrator through appraisals that one of the pastors needs more training in preaching, for example. Maybe the church members are saying, our pastor doesn't really preach the way a pastor should preach. Then to immediately connect that need to a course that people can do.
So you want to make the Newbold actually closer, bring Newbold closer to the people.
Spot on.
All right.
Thank you. I'm going to use that.
Yeah, right.
I like that. Yes.
Good.
The Newbold closer to the people. That would be the subtitle.
Right. Good.
I like it.
So you are giving a workshop here. Could you tell us about the workshop and which part of that, those three themes, where does it?
All right. So initially, as you know, we've been delayed with travel and so on. I was going to work closely with one of my colleagues, Adrian, on revitalizing churches. But now he's focusing on that. And the one workshop that I'll be presenting is on youth, how to get youth involved.
That's a very good point.
That's something I'm passionate about. I've been involved in this kind of work and research for a while now. And I'm very excited about it. So we're going to trying to understand the young people. We're going to talk about the nuns. When you take a survey or a census, when people ask you what religion do you have, there's that one category, none.
None.
So it seems that more and more young people choose that category across Europe and the United States. There seems to be a renewed interest in religion from young people's standpoint, but it's somehow still isolated and I think tentative. So generally speaking, young people seem to have a very complex relationship with religion. And the main idea when it comes to reaching young people and getting them involved is around three main concepts, and that is identity, belonging, and ownership. So that's what I'm going to actually explain in that.
So can you give us practicals about how you are going to bring that into your workshop? What can we take for those who will not be there? What can we take out of that?
So again, unfortunately, it's just 1 hour. So we're not going to have time to go into all the practical applications of it. But the idea of identity. We live in a pluralistic society. The narrative on truth is not dominated by religion anymore. All right, so we're one of the voices, and the emphasis is not necessarily on truth that much. Because to many people, truth is a relative complex concept. As long I can believe whatever I want, as long as I don't hurt anybody else or myself, and but we as a church focus a lot on preaching truth. There's nothing wrong with that. I think we need to continue doing that. However, we need to be also very much aware that the main narrative now is around identity. From gender identity, cultural identity, sexual identity. And we need to contextualize the beautiful message that we have within the context of identity. Who God is and who are we in relationship to God. And I think that if we get to understand who God is and that we are children of God, of course there's a long journey to get there, but then young people will interact with the truth in a different way. The belonging aspect, sociologists have been saying this for a long time. There's a very renowned sociologist, Peter Berger, towards the end of the previous millennium. He was talking about religion dying out and being privatized. Then at the beginning of the 2000s, he recounted his position. He said, no, actually, religion is growing, especially the fundamentalist aspects of religion. And then he looked at the reasons why, and one of the main reasons he said why religion still persists is the sense of belonging to a community. And the question is, do our young people feel that they belong?
That's a very good question.
It's tied to acceptance. Do we accept them as they are? Do we make room for them to grow, to develop, to ask questions, and to feel that church is a safe space? That's a big one again.
That's a big one,
So the workshop will just be about causing people to reflect. more than anything.
Yes.
And the third one, of course, ownership. I think that's extremely important. Young people would grow to love the church
Yes.
if they feel that they have ownership, they have a say, they have a voice, and also they're involved.
The mother.
Exactly,
yes,
exactly.
yes,
And
yes.
let them be involved in leading out programs, take risks, and provide mentorship instead
Yes.
of just, you know, uh, telling them, okay, you can make the sandwiches, but that's it, all
Yeah.
right? And
You can go further
collect
than that.
offering.
Yeah.
But, okay, maybe you can sing a song, but that's about it. No, let's bring them into leadership and mentor them.
Yes. So, looking at our churches now, how do we implement that? How do we know this is what we need to do, but knowing the structure, knowing how our age
Yes, yes.
react or relate to that, how do we make it practical for ourselves to
Oh,
be
you
able?
said our age. I feel so much younger now. I feel so much younger now. Thank you for including me in your age. My understanding has gone through a process of change.
Yes.
When I started, and this is a number of years ago, especially with the research, the idea was we need to change the way church is, right? So let's go to a well-established church, tell them how wrong they are in doing certain things, chasing the young people away,
Yes.
and then the young people will come. And I realized, especially within Europe,
Yes.
it's not going to work.
No.
Because most churches in Europe, Adventist churches, are immigrant churches. And when people, I'm Romanian, when people come from different countries, you come with your culture and your understanding of what church is.
Yes.
And it's an interesting phenomenon that some of the churches in the diaspora tend to be even more, I don't think conservative is the right way, the right word, but more traditional,
Yes.
because it's a matter of maintaining and preserving identity, cultural
culture, indeed. Yes, yes.
and it's very, very difficult, and I think it would be really unfair to expect them to change.
To change, yes.
So what we did while I was in Ireland, I lived and worked in Ireland for 11 years, what we did was we started what we called the Outpost Project.
The Outpost Project.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that is actually creating a safe space for young people to meet together outside of church hours, to meet together, to study together, to dialogue, to dream up, events and projects. And as a mission, because the Irish mission is a mission, it will become a conference next year by God's grace. We employed a 21-year-old, half 50% salary, to lead that ministry. And then we had 2 other young people assisting, and we had mentors who guided this process. So I think that what we need to do is to find that middle space, outpost place,
Yes.
where young people feel comfortable to be themselves and bring their friends. And then what you will find is that as they grow older and if they remain within that space, as they grow older and they have children, many of them make the transition from that space to the main church. But if you don't have that middle way, you either have the church or nothing.
Or nothing. That is true. So involving the youth in what?
And administration need to invest in that.
Invest in that.
Yeah, Finland is doing that very well with they have a project called Oikos,
And how do they do that? Because I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Involving how do you get those mentors? How do you know that they're equipped for that? How do you equip them? How
Very
do
good.
you start that process of getting them to the youth and letting the youth do what they can
So
do?
first of all, think Newbold.
Think Newbold.
They'll be trained at Newbold.
Okay.
Of course, you see, this is one of the things that we need to be very wise about. An idea on its own
It's not enough.
is not enough. All right, so you need to look at all the logistics, and yes, you need to train people.
Yes.
But it starts with the administration to be committed to such a plan. For example, in Finland again, the church invested in actually, I'm not sure whether they purchased or they are renting a house where young people gather together, where they live together, and where they've created this safe space, as I said, it's called Oikos. They've done the same, similar things in other parts of our division. And so if you have the commitment and the investment, you can't do anything without the money.
That's true.
And then you train people. It can be a pastor, it can be someone with a little bit more experience in what church is, and sensitive and close enough to the youth to be there and guide them and take some risks.
That is true.
Some of their ideas are completely out of this world.
Out of the box.
I can't remember in what country, but within our church,
Yes.
Young people took a coffin into the street.
Oh, wow.
And then invited people to come and just lie in that coffin,
Oh, wow.
close the lid. Now, you can imagine not anybody could do that.
Yes.
But then say, just reflect, how does it feel to be dead?
Dead. Oh, wow. That's something
It's
big.
striking, isn't it?
Yes.
But then that conversation came around the right. So, when this is all over, then what? Also, in England, a few years ago, they had the... I think it was the white sofa concept. So they had the white sofa. They took it into the middle of London, and then they just asked people to sit down, and they tried to introduce the concept of the Sabbath, the rest. Just take a break and just sit down.
Just sit down.
Let's have a conversation.
Oh, wow.
So that doesn't happen in a traditional church during 11 to 12. So we need to be courageous enough to invest, allow young people to take risks, support them, and guide them.
And so you've just been appointed as a principal. How do you acclimatize in what's already been there, your vision, and trying to build actually a bridge in what has been done before, and bringing this view? How do you?
I think this is very important, and sometimes even within pastoral work, I've been a pastor for many years. Sometimes you've got a Pharaoh's complex. In the past, pharaohs would come and then they would say everything the previous pharaoh did was wrong. Erase all the history.
Yes.
And I'm the man.
Yeah.
No, you can't do that.
No.
And in ministry, especially if we believe that the Lord has led the institution all this way, then you have to identify what's been done, ongoing projects, and build on the foundation that's already there. My predecessor, Dr. Steve Caro, he was brilliant. Just when it comes to the organization, what a high education institution is supposed to be like.
Yeah.
Everything is in place.
Yes.
He worked very hard at making sure that that's there. So now we can build on that.
Yes.
Also, the e-learning, new programs, these have been in the strategic plan for a number of years already. We're now just bringing it to fruition. And then new ideas. I think that any institution to be able to grow and develop and in some respects survive needs to be flexible, and it needs to make room for new ideas.
And do you feel that those new ideas are because the education of the Adventists have changed?
Education in general is changing. I think that we're really late at the online space.
Yes.
So at Newbold, we do have online learning, but that's synchronous, hybrid learning.
Yes.
So you can study from a distance, but you need to be in class via Zoom. So if the class starts at 9, you have some students in the classroom, and then most of them, some usually for postgraduate studies, on Zoom. But they need to be in class at that time. So we want to move towards asynchronous, not with all courses.
No.
PA is not going to go online because it's pastoral ministry. That needs to have that in-person aspect. But for other programs, postgraduate programs, asynchronous means you can study it at your own pace.
At your own pace, yes.
And that's the space we need to enter. But then again, that requires training for our lecturers and the right platform and so on. And that's why we started with phase 1 masterclass-like courses. Then phase 2 would be the CPD, continuous professional development. And there would be more, as I said, certified courses in different areas, and then move to asynchronous within the next 2 to 3 years.
All right. So involving new ideas built on what's already
Absolutely.
been there, and
Absolutely.
then grow from there. And to
We need to make sure, we always say that the identity and the scope of the college needs to remain. We have a long legacy. Next year, Newbold celebrates 125 years of existence.
oh wow,
You are welcome to come.
definitely
26th to the 28th of June.
of June. All right.
And so it's a long history, and many people have gone before us, and we need to preserve that which
Definitely.
makes us who we are, but then at the same time be relevant to the people who live today.
And this just came up, but does Newbold think of having dependents in other places of the world?
We're talking about it in the car from the hotel
All
here.
right.
Yeah, so again, we need to be flexible, we need to adapt.
Yes.
Satellite campuses or maybe satellite programs. One of the biggest difficulties we have at the moment, especially because of Brexit,
Yes,
visas.
that's true.
All right.
That's true.
And also financially, the fees are, they by law were required to charge a certain amount. We try to keep it as low as possible. In Britain, if you are a foreign student, you are supposed to pay double the amount. We have managed to get the approval to have the same amount for everybody. It's still prohibitive for many people. So we're thinking of what about now maybe having intensives or courses in different parts of the world where we can go for, a period of time and actually teach on location instead of.
At least you get closer to the people.
That's it. There you
Right,
go.
okay.
Yeah, I'll remember that.
All right. Okay. I think we got a view of what the workshop would look like and what you're going to talk about, and the experience that we getting closer to the people and the involvement, especially the youth, how to connect them. That's very important because we see that the youth is going out because they don't feel that they belong somewhere.
True.
So going on that, it's very important. So glad that you were here.
Thank
you
you.
so very much.
I appreciate
You have a workshop right now, so
Yes,
I need
true.
to let you go. Thank you so much, Pastor.
It was my pleasure.
And we hope to see you at the anniversary of Newbold.
Looking forward to welcoming you.
All right, then. Thank
Thank
you.
you very much.
All right.
Thank you.